Don't breathe. Do you want a mask? You need masks. He doesn't ask to go to the hospital ever. Here he is having surgery in the hospital during this pandemic. There's a message from the hospital, and I go to listen to it, and I accidentally delete it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Is that a kite hanging from my roof?
It got stuck.
I thought I was untwisting it, and I twisted it more.
My fault.
Oh, so it's not your breathing?
I'm having trouble breathing because there's a sharp pain in my stomach.
I wonder if it's his appendix, maybe.
No, the appendix is here. This is over here.
Gallbladder? Okay, good luck. Don't breathe. Do you want a mask? You need masks. He doesn't. Good morning, Seekers. It's 3 a.m. I'm not sure if I'm glad you found us today or not. I'm super scared. Xander just woke us up and said he needs to go to the hospital. My first thought was he was having an asthma attack. But he says that he's having severe stomach pain. Normally, that would be like, okay, we'll take you to the hospital, we'll see what's wrong. But then there's this whole other worry of the fact that he has asthma, like severe asthma. And so literally the hospital is like the last place on the planet I would want him to be. I'm so scared. He's had some stomach trouble on and off for a while. I've been trying to convince him that he's got gluten and dairy allergies. I've been trying to get him gluten and dairy free as very much as possible, and he's been, for the most part, staying gluten and dairy free. He's had a lot of allergy kind of related issues that make me, like frustrated because I've been trying to convince him for years. Could be his gallbladder, could be his appendix. I mean, he wasn't doubled over in pain, but he doesn't ask to go to the hospital ever. Like, he doesn't ask for the doctor ever, so anyway. I'm talking to you because I don't have anyone else to talk to, and I'll keep you updated if I know anything. I'm sure it's probably just fine. I'm sure it'll be just fine. My main concern is that it'll pick up COVID-19 at the hospital. That's my main concern. I'm not super worried about the stomach pain. I'm sure it's something that they can figure out, hopefully. Hopefully he'll get some answers. The problem is that he's got pretty rough anxiety, and my husband probably won't be allowed to go in with him. They're not allowing anybody in the hospital. But I'm here, I don't know. He's 24, so. Anyway, I'll keep you updated as I learn things. I'm probably overreacting because, it's 3 a.m. My heart's racing, and I feel like I'm going to throw up. I'm sure it's going to be fine. Dave just called. They wouldn't even let Dave in the door. I would have faked problems of my own to get in there, probably. Apparently, he's been up pacing. I heard people walking around, but my kids stay up all hours, so it wouldn't, it didn't surprise me, people walking up and down the stairs and stuff, but I guess he's been trying to avoid going for 2 hours. I just hope they can figure out. I just hope he's good. He can make decisions and they can figure out what to do. Stomach pain is so dumb. They're probably just going to be like, you're fine, go home. Ugh. I don't know. He's not very good at advocating for himself. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, that's the update. There's no update because can't even go in with him into the hospital. Well, it's 6:30 and we just heard from Xander. Apparently it isn't a food allergy thing, so he told me that over my head, of course. It's gallstones, and so he is going to have surgery to have his gallbladder removed this morning. And none of us can be there. So I guess we just wait until they say he can be discharged, and then we go meet him in the parking lot, and they walk him out to our car. That is the extent of how it's going to go. Now I'm worried because he doesn't have a restroom on his floor in the basement. He's allergic to cats, so he can't be on our floors. So we might have to build a bathroom in the next 24 hours. I'm exhausted. I was supposed to do ballet this morning. That's not going to happen. But at least it's something they can fix. They were able to find a cause of his pain, which was the main worry I was having. Those stomach issues, you just never know. And it's something treatable. But here he is having surgery in the hospital during this pandemic when he's already got asthma, which puts him on the danger list already. I'm trying not to think about that too much. Really, I just need some sleep. Now I can, because I know he's on morphine and he's not in pain. And he'll let me know when he's going in for surgery. It should be within the next few hours. So I'm going to try and sleep now. Wish me luck. I don't do well going back to sleep once I've been woken up. Yeah, there's your update. Pretty crazy. All right, it's 11 o'clock. We just heard from Xander. Dave called him. He's kind of out of it. He can hardly, talk to us because he's so out of it on morphine. He has not had surgery yet. We do not know when it will be. They still haven't told him. I figure they're probably just going to walk in whenever they have an OR available, and they'll just tell him, hey, we're going to surgery, and he won't have time to tell us, or he won't remember to because of the morphine. So that's frustrating, nerve-wracking, and everything like that. I still am really tired, trying to keep it together. But yeah, that's our update. Rani is going to be subbing this morning for the kids' classes that the girls usually TA. And they kind of got in trouble because they were goofing around last week, so they can only TA alone instead of together. So that's new for Wednesday. Honestly, I prefer they didn't have to TA at all because they get nothing out of that. But whatever, other than keeping commitments. That's the only thing they get out of it. So I'll keep you updated. The more I know, and I'll hopefully make it through this day. Alright, 12:30 update. Xander just messaged us and said that they have scheduled surgery, or they've been tentative. They've given him a time of 2 to 2:30, around there. So in about 2 hours, he should be in surgery, and I cannot be there. I know I've already said that, but that's all I can think about right now. It's 1:47, and they just took him in to surgery. So I'm praying really hard. Praying, number one, that he won't get exposed to COVID-19 because he has severe asthma. And of course, for his medical team to do it well, I mean, it's a routine surgery. It shouldn't be a big deal. And for Xander to just have peace and not be afraid, because I'd be afraid. I've never had surgery. And he's never had surgery either. And he's alone. So it's just crazy. So it's been about a half hour since Xander went into surgery, and to distract myself, I decided I'm gonna take my 3-week babies out for a field trip. Right, who wants to be first? Shadow and Olive.
Olive.
Sugar.
And then got mine.
And that's watermelon.
And Bubbles. Bubbles has the one.
And Bumble.
And
Bumble's a bee.
Bumble. And
Bumble the bee. Jasper, did you just drop that Jello top on the ground right there? Pick it up right now.
After Bubbles. Yay. There you go, Bubbles.
Look, babies. These are your future friendlies, but they probably hate you right now, so we're just gonna see what happens. They probably can, so let's make sure they don't.
Oh man, is there another one? Hey, there goes my mom.
Ladies are like, huh, what is them little things doing around?
Who's getting really cold?
They're fine, they have feathers. It's not that cold. Oh, mamas. Hello. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Force her to get off the eggs and let her just sit there and eat she'll eat. So she'll sit there and eat for like 20 minutes when I throw her off, but I don't think she eats otherwise. So let's see, 410 is the youngest egg, or the oldest egg, I mean. 410, 410, 411, 411, 411, 410. Since she's eaten, I am going to try and candle a couple of these eggs. Maybe I'll start with these two. But I can't show you because I'm going to candle them with this phone. Candled the eggs. 3 of Worm's eggs look like they have something in them and 3 do not. 4, I think, of these. She's still eating, so I'm going to let her take a break. It's funny because Worm, that's Curly Q. I've got Worm from this here. And Curly Q because hers curls. So Curly Q, she'd only eat if I put her over there, so I'm going to let her eat for a minute. But Worm came right over on her eggs and was sitting on them. I made heart feet again. They almost look like a heart. Yeah, so that's only 3 or 4 days after my inside eggs are set to hatch. So that's perfect. That means I can probably get her to take on the mommying of some of the chicks inside if I want to. If I want to try that. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. But I could feasibly slip chicks under these girls. I just don't know if I slip chicks under if they'll stop sitting on the eggs that are in there. But I could always take those eggs into the incubator for the last few days. If they do. So, yeah. Anyway, that's where things are. It's been over an hour since Xander texted me that he was going into surgery. Haven't heard from him yet, and I don't expect to. I would imagine the surgery is going to take at least an hour if it all goes well. 2 hours if they find anything that's concerning. And then, of course, probably at least an hour for recovery. So I probably won't hear from him for at least another hour. Unless the hospital calls me and tells me, and I don't want the hospital to call me because that means something went wrong. Hospital won't call me unless something bad happens. So far so good. Haven't heard from the hospital, and that no news is good news in this case. Funsies, we always let the big chickens come over, or I've been letting them come over in the afternoons after I pick up eggs. So we've got the babies here, and I'm going to kind of guard them, but we're going to let the ladies onto this side. They'll probably be so busy digging and enjoying and whatever, they won't even notice these little girls. Just noticed Joe coming by those the babies. I better get back over there to protect them. He didn't seem to care about them too much when he walked past. Doesn't consider them to be a threat, so at least there's that. Hey, chicks! Chicks! Yeah, you come to mama, don't you? Chicks! Hello, babies! Hello. Hello, look what I got. You want to peck at that? Oh, I got some treats on the ground. That's the oyster shell that the dogs opened up and dumped all over the yard, the little stinkers. Huh, yeah. Hi, babies. You're so good. You're so good. I love them. They're so pretty. So that's good, birdie birds.
They were like pecking that branch.
That's all right. Woo! They're flying. How cute. How cute. They're like, this is so fun. There's so much to do out here.
There's so much room. I don't get to be stuck in a box anymore.
I was freaking out because I just realized my phone was on airplane mode. I'm filming the chickies and playing with them. And I just realized my phone's on airplane mode. And when I got it back on, there's a message from the hospital. And I go to listen to it and I accidentally delete it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But I found it in my... thankfully in my T-Mobile message thing, and it said that the surgery went well, they got the gallbladder out just fine, he's in recovery, and will receive another call in a couple of hours when he's ready to be picked up. One of the big red chickens pecked one of the babies, and now they don't want to go anywhere. Watermelon's under my pit. They're scared.
Watermelon's like, I'm gone.
Hi. Here's all my babies.
Hi, Olive.
Oh, my babies.
Olive, say hi to the camera. Say hi. Say hi, Olive. Say hi. Okay, I'm going to say hi. Say hi, Watermelon. Mommy.
All right, it's 5 o'clock, and Xander just called me. He didn't even realize the nurses were going to call him and keep me updated while he was out. He doesn't remember anything. He says he doesn't even remember getting put under at all. He says it wasn't so bad. His throat hurt, so he must have been intubated, though he didn't know if he was going to be or not. And he says his stomach hurts, but it's not as bad as it did before, so woot. He says that he should be probably leaving to go home in the next hour or so, so it's awesome. Dave is trying to mad dash put a bathroom, or at least a toilet, that he can use in the basement. So he has been back and forth from Home Depot to home. Got the wrong parts, need to go back. So hopefully we're going to be able to get a toilet going for him, because I don't think he'd be able to walk up and down the stairs, and he doesn't have a bathroom on his level in the basement downstairs. So, and you know, it's good for us to get going on that project anyway, since we've kind of been using the basement more than you've ever done before. So all right, there's your update. So far, so good. Everything went well. Feeling a lot more relieved, and just praying that he didn't pick up that virus while he's in that hospital. Smells like you're burning the whole house down. He's ready. What on earth is happening right there? Is that a kite hanging from my roof?
It got stuck. Now we had to use this one.
Well, it's almost 7 o'clock, and Xander just called us. He is ready to finally get checked out. So just waiting for Dave to come up from the basement, and we are going to head to the hospital to pick him up. Don't want to leave him there too long, because, you know, that place is full of germs.
So we got a kite out.
I'm on a ladder.
We got a kite out.
That's the smartest thing to do. Apparently the girls already attempted this and failed.
No, because me and Junior are both scared.
I'm scaredy pants too. I don't know.
It got literally...
It's like wrapped up around the light. I don't know how you would get it off with this without breaking the light. It's wound down around it. I have to use my hands. I don't think I can do that. I don't know if this is actually stable. It doesn't feel...
It should be...
There's no way. I don't think I can completely...
That's why we need someone that's... You could go on one more.
Too tricky to go on it one more. Plus, I need to lean.
Yeah, Daddy's ready. Here's how
coming.
He was like,
I know. I'm gonna end up breaking my face. I can't figure out how to twist it. Just making it worse. If I could just cut it, I could get it down.
yeah, but we can't. Maybe if we had Dad.
Well, it's so
Wait, I know where.
You can't see which way to turn it to untwist.
Yeah.
I thought I was untwisting it and I twisted it more. Where is that? I need. Oh, my arm's gonna fall off. No, get down!
I see where it is. What you doing up there?
Well, it was twisted and then I twisted it more because I couldn't tell. I still can't tell if I'm untwisting it or making it worse. No, it's doing both at the same time.
It's very
Make it go around the red thing, and
my fault.
it's like it's worse than a start. Oh, what the heck? It's untwisting itself. After all that, I've been doing this for like 15 minutes.
It's like it's closed. On the ladder.
Normally it's like it's on. That's gonna fall. That is not bust.
What is?
That banister.
No, it's not. No bust. Well, might.
This hook side. I can't see where I would even unhook it at.
I got it. Daddy saves the day.
Dad can't do it either.
Sure he can. He can get on the roof.
I can't see where the S hook like even is to try and push it up over there.
I want to play with that.
You just push straight up.
I did multiple times. And I'm falling. I feel like I'm falling every time.
Push the S hook up.
This.
I can't reach the S hook.
Actually, Dad is gonna be bigger and he's gonna get it
I'm doing
down.
ballet up here.
Play with this kite. First try.
No, Xander, he's been waiting for us for a while now.
Oh yeah, there's testing right there.
Yeah, COVID testing right there. It's not listed as a testing site on the Utah testing or whatever website list. I figured there was one here. It wouldn't even make sense to not have one here. That's a fancy looking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get out and go help her in? Help him get in?
Oh.
Yeah, I think I'll be all right. Thank you so much.
Good to meet you. Take
Yeah.
care, okay?
Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too. Drive safe, guys.
Did you get her number? No? No? He didn't even laugh, Dave.
What?
Your joke. I said, did you get her number? And he's like, funny.
She was flirting.
Yeah, she was nice.
Hide and seek.